If you look at the way sports has been covered for the past, 60 years, I don't know that you could tell me anything has changed.
How do you think, like, going further on, especially with the advent of these new online events, the sports industry is going to change and sports journalism is going to change?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for that. I think this one sports needs to change. So I think sports media absolutely should change with it. So if you look at the way sports has been covered for the past, 60 years, I don't know that you could tell me anything has changed. So if we got in a time machine and went back to 1960 and we watched a game on TV, and then we jumped back ahead to 2019, and we watched a game being played, it would look exactly the same. There's a sports commentator, it's on TV, it's the same like highlights that would happen. And so I think that there's a massive shift change that's already happening around how sports needs to be covered. It isn't necessarily whistle to whistle. It isn't necessarily the stats, right? It's the stuff that happens off the field that is becoming more exciting, and is becoming the thing that I think audiences want, is to truly understand, like, all right, it's Taco Tuesday. Like, that is sports, right? Sports is a lifestyle. Sports is culture. And I think that there's a lot of reckoning that needs to happen around like what sports actually is, beyond just the game and the whistle. And then I think with COVID, I think there's a lot of business implications at stake, and a lot of advertising dollars and a lot of marketing dollars that are at stake, that I think will make it a lot harder for changes to happen quickly. There's a lot of money at stake. And so that'll be an interesting thing to watch over the course of the next few months and years. But I think even before COVID, you were seeing things like the NCAA changing their rules that would allow players to make money, which is a huge thing that we're watching on Overtime. I think that'll be a big thing to happen in the next year or so, that will really create new opportunities for players and for companies. And then I think the fan experience, right, again, needs to change. There is something about being at the stadium, tailgating, being with your friends, but I do think that there is an element of like fandom that happens on your second screen. And how do you think about a fan experience digitally? And what does that mean to convene fans in a digital space where you can't be in the sort of the in real life anymore?